Welcome to day 25 of my 30-day self-love Pilates challenge. My name is Sheridan, and for today's lower body and obliques class, we are starting on your back. Making your way down onto your back, and just start to bend through the knees and start to bring the hands a little bit wider than the mat if you're using them. Spreading the fingertips and pressing down firmly into the ground. Take a deep breath in, allow the ribs, belly to expand. And as you breathe out, can you let the belly melt all the way back down? 2 more just like this. Full breath in. Full breath out. Biggest breath of your day, perhaps setting intention. Inhale. And exhale as you release through the mouth. Keeping everything exactly where it is, can you start to take a deep breath in, and then exhale, right leg comes to tabletop. Inhale, you tap it back. Exhale, left leg to tabletop. Inhale, back. So start to march through the feet. You can always bring the hands to the hips while maintaining a really stable base through your shoulders, through your hip bones. It's like a little dance move to get started. Start to notice how you're feeling, not just physically, but also mentally, energetically. Matching your movement to your breath. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower, but also to your vibe, also known as energy. How are you feeling today? Do you have a lot to give? Maybe you took all your effort just to get here. And if that's the case, I'm so proud of you for getting on your mat and pressing play. Now let's go 5, 4, legs are coming up together in 3, 2, on 1, right leg lifts. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, left leg lifts to join. Now can you just keep the hands exactly where they are? We're gonna open the right leg to the right, and then exhale as you close back to center. Just the right leg open to the right. Oh, my hip just clicked, sorry. And back to center. Now you can even bring your hands to your hips as you start to feel the rotation out to the right and then close. Open, exhale, close. So we're using the thighs, inner, outer, as well as your lower belly, obliques. That's a lot of muscles. We are working them all right now. Let's go 5. This is 4. Exhale to close. 3. Final 2. Now on 1, bring it back to center and hold. Hands are coming behind your head. We're going to crunch on up. We're going to open the right leg. Close the right leg. And then lower head, neck and shoulders. So we do this again. Exhale, lift. Open. Close. And lower. Now if you're focusing on your breath, I want you to think about it. Exhale, crunching. Inhale, open the right leg. Exhale, close. Inhale, lower. We are never in a hurry. Pilates, we're here to take our time. We're here to let the muscles talk to us, have a conversation, check in with how they're going, and let's just go for 5. This is 4. Last 3. Let's go 2 more. Now on 1, can you keep the crunch and close the leg back to center? We're going to reach the hands behind and forward. Behind the head, towards the edge of your mat, towards your spirit fingers, coming towards the toes. Keep lifting up through the shoulders, just for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lower the head, hug the knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Any opportunity I have to take a break, I will take it. Fun fact about me. So, can you bring your feet down, hands down, knees are bent just like you did at the start of the practice. Take a full breath in. And exhale, can you start to lift your hips, finding your bridge. Now think about squeezing the glutes, the hamstrings, and then slowly lower back down. We do this a few more times, so press into the heels, lift the hips by squeezing the glutes, and lower back down. Now as we start to lift, can you think about maintaining the ribs down? So rather than letting the ribs towards the sky, they're not invited, they are coming down towards the hips and back. Now there's going to be lots of layers today, so this is your base. This is where you can hang out, have a good time. If you want to have a better time, maybe a worse time, but better in the long run, we're going to add on in 3. Let's go 2. On 1, can you hold your hips high, squeeze the glutes. Now press a lot of your weight into your left leg, so you can start to lift the right leg, lower the right leg, lift the right leg, and lower. So bring the knee over the hip, and then tap it back down. Lift, and tap. Now we're here for 5. Let's go 4. We are adding on in 3. So happiest thoughts in 2. On 1, can you hold? Now can you open the toe of the right to the right and then back to center? To the right and back. So to the corner of your mat and back. Working through the outer thighs, the hamstrings, embracing the shakes. If you can't hear it, my voice is also shaky because this is hard to do and talk. We're just here for 5, 4, stay with me for 3, I know you can, 2, on 1, bring the right leg back to center, little pulses for 10. Woo, happy last week of the challenge. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold, lower the right leg, lower the hips. Take a moment just to open the knees, in and out a few times, or rocking them side to side. And we're coming back to your bridges. Heels down, hands down, full breath in. Exhale, lift the hips, and can you hold? Now can you open the knees wide and then squeeze the knees together? Open these wide, squeeze together. Like a little butterfly shape, a dance move, whatever floats your boat, but we are in this shape for another 10. Can you think about lifting the hips up every time you close the knees, lift them higher? This is 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, knees come out, lift the hips and pulse. Can you keep pressing into the outer edges of your feet, your heels, just for 5, 4, a little bit more in 3, 2, hold on 1, lift your hips a tiny, I know you can, just a millimeter. Now squeeze the knees together, inner thighs are kissing, little pulses for 10. Woo, 9, stay with your breath for 8, 7, 6, let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lower the hips, take a little windscreen wiper, whatever you like through the knees, and we're going to even out the core. So take a full breath in, exhale right leg and then left leg to tabletop. Keep the hands down by your side. Inhale, you open the left leg to the left, and then exhale as you close. Now as you can see, I'm using my hand. Sometimes I like tactile feedback. It just helps me know where the muscle's going. You open, and then you close. Maybe hands come to the hips. Remembering this is your practice, so just find movements, little modifications that make sense in your body today. 5 more, and then we add the crunch. So start to mentally prepare. This is 4, 3, let's go 2. Now on 1, can you close the legs back to center? Hands are coming behind the head, full breath in. Exhale, crunch and hold, left leg to the left leg closes, and then you release. Exhale, crunch, inhale, open, exhale, close, and back. Let's go lift, open, close, and back. Now the slower you move, the more shaky the muscles become. So if you want the shakes today, which I think you do, can you slow your movement but deepen your breath? Coming back to the 4 corners of your mat, and let's just go for 5. We have a little surprise, Sheraton special, in 4. Let's go 3, 2. Now on 1, can you hold? Bring the legs back to center. From here, toes and heels connect, but knees are out wide. We're gonna close the knees and open while keeping the crunch. Close and open. Can you keep lifting head, neck, and shoulders off the mat? You might start to get some hip activation, inner thighs, outer thighs, core, but just notice where you feel this. So we're here for 5. Open the legs in 4. 3, keep the crunch. In 2, on 1, keep the crunch, pistol grip your hands, and we're reaching, pulsing with the knees out wide. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, release the head, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a little cuddle, maybe a rock or a sway, and start to plant the feet down as we come into the second round of bridges. So you've done all these shapes before now. We are just getting the other side out of the way. Hands come down, take a full breath in, and exhale, lift your hips by squeezing the glutes, but keep the ribs down. And then inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift, peel yourself off the mat, and slowly lower. I like to close my eyes when I'm doing bridges, but try not to fall asleep. Sometimes it can happen. So stay really alert with your breath and really tune into the body. Let's go 5, 4. We are holding up in 3. If you'd like to stay here, stay here. 2. On 1, can you hold your bridge? Now right heel stays down, left leg lifts, left leg taps. Lift and tap. Exhale, lift and tap. Hot tip for you, if you keep pressing into the palms, the back of the arms, it becomes a little bit more stable. We're here for 5. Let's go 4. We are holding up in 3. In 2. Holding all the way up on 1. Now from here, the toe is coming out to the left corner and then back to center. So you're just tapping out and back on a slight angle. Now if this doesn't feel comfortable, come back to wherever you were. But if you're following along the challenge, this week is your final week. So I invite you to be so curious that you try new things. I will always back you, so just make the right choice right now. Let's go 5. We are holding up, pulsing in 4. In 3. 2. Oh my God, my leg. On 1, hold. Little pulses lift. Press into the right heel like you're trying to burn a hole in the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lower the left heel, lower the hips. Oh, why is the second side always so harder? So hard it's not English, that's okay. Much harder. We're coming back to center. Now from here, can you glue your feet and your knees, inner thighs together? So you've got one long leg. Take a full breath in. Exhale as you lift your hips and hold. Inhale as you lower. So now the only difference is your legs are together. If the knees, inner thighs don't want to touch, that's okay. They can still be close friends. They don't have to be besties. But aiming like a magnet to zip everything up. Coming back to the space. And really noticing where you feel this in the body. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, can you hold? Now, can you bring your right heel out just an inch and then the left, keep gluing the legs together and we pulse up and back. So hamstrings are on, inner thighs are on, glutes, full body vibration. This for 10. You are welcome. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lower the hips. Extend the legs nice and long and just allow the legs to shake out. Bring the hands behind the head and take a full breath in. Exhale, can you find your crunch, keeping the legs long? Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you find your crunch. Inhale as you lower. This time you crunch, can you twist to the right, extend your right knee up and then lower. We're going to the other side, left leg up and lower. Now we have done this a few times throughout the challenge. I love it because it allows the hips to open and then we contract the lower belly. So it's almost like you're getting a little stretch. Exhale as you come up and twist. Inhale as you lower. Can you think about intentionally lowering the leg rather than just letting it flop? You're placing it down as slow as you can. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and place it down. Now let's go 5, 4, final 3, 2, on 1, can you hold to the right side? Now can you reach your hand, spirit fingers are active, and back. Reach and back. Now you are resting on your right shoulder, and the option to challenge your practice, lift the left leg as you keep reaching the left hand over the right thigh for 5. This is 4. Come back to your breath for 3, for 2. On 1, can you bring the legs to tabletop and change? Hover the right leg or keep it long as you extend the right arm and back. Keep lifting and reaching towards the left for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, hug the knees in. Lots of sighing, huffing and puffing from me. So hopefully you're doing the same. Hopefully it's a nice workout for you. Can you bring the hands underneath the knees and just start to rock and roll yourself up to a seat, coming all the way up and over, and we're going to find a 4-point kneel. So knees are coming under your hips, hands are coming under your shoulders. Untuck the toes and press into the earth as you drop the belly. Inhale. And then exhale as you dome, drawing the ribs and the hips a little bit closer towards one another. Shoulder blades puff. 2 more like this. Dropping the belly down, inhale, eye gaze forward. And then dome, press away from the earth as you exhale. 1 more like this, drop the belly, eye gaze forward. And then exhale as you dome, maybe staying here a little bit longer, allowing the spine to wriggle, to become loosey-goosey. And then finding somewhere in between the two. I'm just going to step forward so I don't hit my foot on the bathtub, but you stay exactly as you are. Take a full breath in. Exhale, right leg is going to extend. Now can you lower and lift? Lower and lift. So you're thinking about length over height, trying to keep the toe pointed as you press away from the mat, up and back. Now let's go 10. 9, can you draw the belly button in? 8, keep doming through the upper back. This is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, holding on 1. Now can you flex the foot, drive the heel towards the bottom, and then extend the leg, lift the knee a little bit higher. So press the heel to the bottom and extend. Now if you'd like to be fancy with the feet, you can flex and then point as you extend. Today, I don't really want to think too much, so I'm just going to keep the foot flexed. Find what works for you and keep lifting up through the shoulders. We're going to add a little combo in 5. This is 4, 3, 2. On 1, can you hold? Now can you slide your heel over to the left, back to the right, and then heel to bottom, extend. We're crossing it over to the left, heel to bottom and back. So it's almost like your inner thighs are trying to kiss. And remember, the combo is just not your cup of tea right now. Ditch it, who cares? These classes are always available, and that's the beauty, is you can come back to them, you can progress, you can regress. Just want you to show up. Let's go 5. 4, 3, 2. On 1, can you hold? Now can you point the toe? Can you bring it all the way over to the left, like a little tap, and then tap to the right? Now you might prefer to come down onto your your forearms, if that feels more comfortable, as we draw rainbows, side to side. Now whether you're on your palms or your elbows, can you think about lifting up through the shoulder blades? take your time here. Lift and back. We're here for another 5. This is 4. Let's go 3. Oh, my leg is getting heavy. Let's go 2. On 1, bring it back to the right. Now, can you lift and lower? Now, this is hard, so stay with your breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2. Surprise attack on 1. Hold for 5. Point the toe for 4. Remember, you are so capable. This is 2. On 1, pull it in. Take a child's pose. Bring a moment back to your breath. Coming back to your space. And yes, we are doing the other side straight away, my friends. So, coming back to your 4-point kneel. If you want to take a little shake out, an extra dance break, be my guest. And when you're feeling up to it, we're going to extend the left leg. Lift and lower. So dropping the left hip down while doming through the upper back. Keep pressing into the palms. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's go 10, 8, 7. Take your time. Imagine the leg is heavy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding up on 1. Now flex your foot, drive the heel to the bottom, extend it long to lift the knee higher. Press, extend, bend, and snap. If you know, you know. Bend and snap. If only I was wearing pink. Really hone in on the breath here. And you're here for another 5. We start to add the combo. In 3. In 2. On 1, hold. Now slide your left heel to the right, back to center, flex and extend. Over, back, bend, extend. So inner thighs are trying to kiss here. Remember what brought you to your mat? What made you press play? Maybe it was a little voice inside your head being, I'm so close, I'm so worthy. Whatever it is, hold on to these feelings because we are adding the rainbow in 2. The last one here, hold. Now maybe you come down to the forearms, point the toe, left leg comes over to the right, and then we rainbow it over to the left. As you rainbow, can you keep your hips really still? If that means the range is reduced, who cares? We are looking for a big rainbow of your choice. And maybe there's chocolate or matcha. Almond croissants, as you know, I love it, either side. And we are trying to lengthen the leg. We are lying onto your side after this. I promise this is nearly done and dusted. Let's go 5, 4. This is 3, 2. On 1, can you hold it to the left? Now tap the toe down and lift. Tap and lift. Whew. Little pulses. Sorry, little hold in 3. In 2. On 1, hold. Little lift, little lower. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, come in. Oh, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Coming all the way up, and just take a moment to reset before we land to your side. Now I'm dripping in sweat, even though I'm inside. It's really hot today in Bali. So we're gonna lie down for the rest of practice. Make your way down onto your right hand side. Now your hand can be under your head, or you can bring it down like a little pillow on your bicep. Can you bend the top knee, so your left knee is coming in front of you, and really hug the knee in towards the chest, keeping the hips stacked. So play around where suits you. Point the right leg, we're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now as you lift, can your lower belly pull in and lower? Hand can be to the hip, it can be to the earth, but focus on your bottom thigh lifting to the sky. Oh, there is sweat in my eyeball. That is disgusting. Apologies for that. Maybe too much information. Let's go 5, 4, 3. We are holding up into, holding up on 1. Can you pulse the bottom leg so it's not touching the ground? Think about lifting to the sky for 10. This is 9, 8, 7, 6. We're holding in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. Can you circle any direction you like? Come back to your breath for 5. We are reversing in 3, in 2. Can you reverse your circles? 5, 4. Little surprise in 3. Lots of surprises in 2. On 1, hold. Second round of pulses for 10, 9. I'll count quick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, relax. Apologies for all the surprises, but I thought we had to bring out the big guns for week 4. Week 5, I lied. So we're going to come all the way up and over. Take a stretch before you do so. Right hand overhead, left hand down. And then can you just swivel around onto your left hand side? I pinky promise, there's no surprises. You've done everything, we just have to even the sides out. So come all the way down to bicep or hand as your pillow. Bring the bottom leg in front of you, keeping the hips stacked, so trying to avoid really dropping down into the hips, so just wherever feels good. Point the left toe, lift and lower. Lift and lower, maybe hand comes down to the hip or to the mat. And be really thankful. Be grateful that you have done most of the work. In fact, there are no surprises, which means you are so capable of doing these familiar shapes. You might even close down the eyes and hone in on the breath. For 5, we are pulsing in 4. In 3, point the bottom toe. 2. On 1, can you hold? Think about lifting towards the sky. So just pulse for 10. This is 7, no, lost count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1, little circles. Any direction, any amount, just for 5, 4. We're reversing in 3, in 2. On 1, can you reverse? Come back to your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, second round of pulses, final movement. 10. Stay with me. This is 9, 8, 7, 6. How are you feeling? 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, slowest countdown ever. Relax. Press yourself all the way up. Bring the right hand down, left hand to the sky, up and over. Take a nice side body stretch. Coming all the way through center and just crossing the ankles, finding a seated position. Take a full breath in, lift the hands to the sky. Really fill up. And as you breathe out, twist to the right, lower the hands. So left hand forward, right hand back. Eye gaze comes over the right shoulder. And allow the body to be really heavy here. Let the belly be floppy, while trying to keep the spine nice and long. Full breath in, hands come to the sky. And as you breathe out, we're twisting to the left hand back, right hand forward, just coming to the fingertips. And eye gaze can float over to the left, maybe even the left shoulder. Noticing how the two sides feel, without judgment or comparison. Can you simply be in this shape with these sensations? Inhale, hands come back to the sky. And exhale, hands come through heart center, pressing into a prayer position. Perhaps you start to close down the eyes or just soften the gaze by simply tucking the chin. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the subtle rise and fall of your belly. As you take these final moments before you enter the rest of your day,
You really feel the practice running through the body. Tingles, energy, the warmth.
Take one more deep breath in. And exhale as you release the hands down, bring the eye gaze forward. Take a slight rock or a sway, the loosey-goosey, maybe you want to shake it out. But week 5 is on its way. You have already done day 1. I'm so proud of you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.